Hi, I'm Dana Brooks Cooper, and I'm talking today with Carrie Roane, who is an attorney in our office, and we're talking about the law call episode we just taped on medical marijuana and the new laws that affect people in Florida. So, Carrie, what are people asking you? You said you got a lot of good feedback on this. What are you hearing?
I've had a lot of clients texting me and calling me about, where they can get it, how they can get it, what kind they can get, what the law is. The governor just signed the legislation into law, so it's all brand new and everybody wants to know about it. Everybody's buzzing about it.
Is this something I can just go to my doctor now and get? Is there a
No.
waiting period? What's up with the new
No,
law?
you can't go to your regular doctor and get it. You have to go to a doctor that has a certification from the Florida Medical Association or the Osteopathic Association.
Okay, so the doctor has to be trained first before the doctor can even write a prescription.
Right. And there's a couple doctors in town that are trained already that you can go to that you don't have to be a patient of. You go and establish yourself as a patient.
Okay. Now, initially they were talking about having to have a relationship with a prescribing doctor.
Right.
But you couldn't go to your own doctor, so what do? Make a relationship with a stranger, 90-day waiting period. Is that over with now?
Yep.
How'd that?
The 90-day waiting period is gone. So you can go
Right.
right now. If you have one of the qualifying conditions, you can go right now to one of these doctors. And I brought the list in with me so I could tell you a few of them.
Yeah, let's
and
do
get
that
it right away.
And then tell them where they can get some information on their own too.
Yeah. Well, basically, I Googled it, and I got everything off of Google, and I just read through the first page of Google, and there's a ton of helpful information on there. But right now, you can go to Dr. Dorn with MMTC at Capital Circle, and the phone number there is 906-5000, or you can go to Dr. Moore at MedCan, and it's med-can.com, and it's 222-2222.
Okay.
So those are two
And
doctors in town.
I think Avalon is a place that has it. I'm not sure where they are or whatever, but that's the important thing is make sure you go to a doctor who is able to prescribe this. But let's talk about the kind of conditions, excuse me, that we can that people can expect to receive this medication for.
Yeah, it's not any condition. Like if you have anxiety or depression, you can't go and get it for anxiety or depression. You have to have a pretty severe, complicated disease like Parkinson's, ALS. Multiple sclerosis, cancer, HIV.
And a lot of times they use those drugs. They have a pain relieving effect, but they also have a anti-nausea effect, and so that helps people. But it also, to certain people, will increase their appetite. And people with wasting diseases, you see that a lot of people with HIV and AIDS, a lot of people with chemotherapy or any kind of therapy that is so taxing on the body that they can't really eat and get the nutrition that they need from their food to help them fight those diseases.
I think importantly, PTSD is now one of the categories.
And that's important with all of our
Huge.
veterans, for sure.
Right, huge. So basically, you can go to one of these doctors that have the certification. If you have one of the qualifying diseases, you can get certified right away. You basically take your prescription from your doctor, go to the Department of Health, get your certification card, and then you go to a local dispensary. You have to get it from a dispensary. You can't grow it. You can't buy it off the street. You have to go to one of the shops in town and get it.
Yeah, this is not something you go get a prescription and then you go ahead and get it from somebody you know or street, or you grow it yourself and you think just having the prescription is going to take care of that. This is set up, this is serious. This is healthcare, and this is delivery of medication for health problems. So it's a legitimate thing, and it should be treated like legitimate delivery of healthcare. But let's talk about traveling, because like if I have prescriptions, I take medication for my blood pressure. I feel like I can get on a plane and fly to Kansas and take that medicine with me, and I'm not doing anything illegal. If I have a legally prescribed cannabis product, maybe it's oil and edible. It could be it could be a number of things, but we know not smoking right now.
Yeah.
Can I get on a plane even though I've got a legitimate prescription? Can I get in my car? Can I drive somewhere else and not violate the law?
No, you can't take it outside of the state of Florida. And in order to get your card from Department of Health, you have to be a Florida resident. So that's good because snowbirds coming into Florida who consecutively live in Florida for a 31-day period or more can get it.
Okay.
But people from Georgia, right across our border, cannot come over to Florida and get it. And you can't take it out of Florida. So you can't fly with it like you can your regular medication.
Or at least right now. And that's an important thing too, because this constitutional amendment was overwhelmingly passed. The voters are in favor of it. But it's up to our legislature to write laws implementing that constitutional amendment and making it law and have an effect. And so these things are very seriously done, and we've got to follow those laws. But they're going to change. There's already a legal challenge to the law that was just signed by our governor at the first of the month, John Morgan, a well-known trial lawyer. He has filed a lawsuit. What is he challenging?
Well, the way that the law is now is you can take it through edibles, oils, you can vape it, but you can't smoke it. And John Morgan's point in the lawsuit is, who cares if somebody who's on their deathbed smokes it for the last month of their life to relieve their pain? And he's got a good point.
And he's only talking about smoking publicly, because the thing that the constitutional amendment, the language in that passed, said no smoking publicly. I mean, they don't want you at TGI Fridays out on the front porch, lighting up, and then there's children around and those sorts of things, or it's just, something that other people don't want to be around. But the inference, of course, if you can't smoke it publicly, would be that you can smoke it privately. But what the legislature did was put a complete ban on smoking, and then this lawsuit, I believe, challenges that. So we'll see how that pans out. But these laws are going to change. There's going to be challenges to them. They're going to be tweaked. And if you are pursuing this sort of a remedy, you need to make sure that you are following the law and that you're dealing with people who are trained, who you can trust.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So, well, thanks for watching today, and tune in next time.